Honest J. Nowak. Coming at you live. Alright. A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. And so, it's Wednesday, December 8th, and now's the time that I actually have a one episode a day routine return. Because I feel like all the marathoning that I've been doing throughout the past week has certainly been quite a time to spend on this exact project. But now let's just move on to some subjects. And because I have to do only one of them a day now until the next time I decide to set up a marathon, it's going to be pretty easy for me. But here we are with number 940, pretty much. I can't really imagine what I could do for number 1000, but I suppose we'll see what happens down the line. But anyways, here we go with experiments. Yeah. Experiments are in fact part of the FEOC process, and that of which is PHEOC. Pose questions, form a hypothesis, design an experiment, make observations, and draw conclusions. An experiment sits in the way middle of this process, because after the phases of posing questions, such as how exactly does ice form after reaching a certain temperature point, and then forming a hypothesis, which of course is an if-then sort of sentence, such as, if ice forms when there's 32 degrees Fahrenheit of temperature in the air, then that's how it turns water into a solid. And then of course, you provide an experiment to track whatever kind of data that you can find on this exact phenomenon. And so, you can always set up a Freon tank or something that you can use to experiment a bit with the water by any means, find out how it can freeze, and more importantly, how it in fact does the state of matter turn into a solid. But then of course, there come the observations, and then finally the conclusion. But experiments do come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and everybody pretty much has their way with science. And by any means, I can certainly tell you that I've done my part. And I've had a lot of teachers when it comes to science classes. And with all the different subjects I got to study on, a lot of the different projects I got to put together, I tell you, it was just an amazing sort of thing to have during the times of which I needed a high school diploma. And now that I've come this far, I could potentially put these good skills of mine to really good use out there. Chemistry, astronomy, biology, and so much more. But yet, I feel like that even the professionals would agree that there's a lot of questions that might be unsolved. And they might go unsolved for a while. But maybe someday we might find the answers to them. And when we do, they will in fact be phenomenons that we will inherit as a species. So who even knows what will come around? Even I am not necessarily willing to find out. At least for right now. But this is basically pretty much that. Experiments are, simply put, a part of the process. And yet you can pull them off in any conceivable way. It's a lot of fun when you really want to get to know the basics of science. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel and make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.